You're listening to Inside Insight, the podcast that dives into the latest innovations and strategies in manufacturing, distribution, and Dynamics 365 Business Central. Brought to you by InsightWorks, this show features our hosts, Ryan and Emma, as they bring you expert conversations, industry insights, and practical advice to help you stay ahead in this constantly evolving world.
Ever been in a warehouse?
Oh, yeah. Tons of times.
I mean, not like, just picking up an online order or something.
Right.
But like really in a warehouse.
Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I've gotten a peek behind the curtain a few times.
They're crazy. Forklifts zipping all over the place, people running around grabbing packages, that constant beep, beep, beep of scanners,
Yeah, it's a whole different world. Controlled chaos, maybe you could call it.
Totally. And you know what else I noticed? Everyone's using these like rugged handheld devices, not smartphones, but something way more intense.
Oh, yeah, purpose-built devices. They're the workhorses of the warehouse world.
And that's what we're diving into today, right?
Absolutely. We're going to break down why those purpose-built devices are so essential in a warehouse environment, why they outperform your average smartphone in almost every way.
So first things first, durability. I mean, just picture the scene, stuff's falling, boxes are everywhere.
It's a rough and tumble world in there.
Yeah.
And a dropped smartphone. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, I'd be freaking out if I dropped my phone in that kind of environment.
For sure. But purpose-built devices, they're designed for this. Think reinforced casing, shock-absorbing materials, maybe even sealed buttons to keep out all that dust and grime.
So they can handle a few bumps and drops.
A few. Try a lot. They're built to withstand drops from pretty significant heights, extreme temperatures, stuff your average smartphone wouldn't survive for a second.
So they're tough. But I feel like with smartphones, it's all about the latest and greatest, right? I mean, I feel like I'm getting a new one practically every year.
That's the consumer tech cycle, always going to have the newest thing. But those constant upgrades add up. Purpose-built devices. They're designed for longevity, think 4 years or more of reliable service.
Wow, so that's huge savings for businesses in the long run.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And while we're talking about saving time and money, imagine being in the middle of a huge rush, orders piling up, and your phone dies.
Oh, man. I can't even imagine. Talk about a nightmare scenario.
Total nightmare. Battery life is crucial in a warehouse. You can't have devices constantly tethered to a charger.
So purpose-built devices have better battery life.
Oh, way better. Some even come with hot swappable batteries, so you can switch them out on the fly without even powering down the device. Keeps things moving, no interruptions.
That's pretty slick. Makes you realize how much we take for granted with our, everyday devices. But let's talk about something else that's essential in a warehouse. Scanning.
Ah, the heart of the operation. And here's where those purpose-built devices really shine.
I mean, I scan stuff with my phone all the time at the grocery store. Is it that different?
Oh, it's completely different. We're not talking about just snapping a picture with your phone camera. Purpose-built devices have what's called a scan engine.
A scan engine. So what's that exactly?
Think laser beams, super fast decoders, all that high-tech stuff. A scan engine can capture a barcode in a split second, even at awkward angles or in low light.
Stuff my phone camera could never do, especially in a dimly lit warehouse.
Exactly. And some scan engines can even read damaged barcodes or ones that are printed poorly. Speed and accuracy, that's the name of the game here.
Makes sense. Every second counts in a warehouse. But beyond speed and efficiency, isn't data security a big concern too?
Huge concern. Think about all the sensitive information flowing through a warehouse.
Order details, customer data, inventory.
Exactly. And purpose-built devices. They're designed with enterprise-grade security features. Hardware encryption, secure boot processes, multi-factor authentication, the whole 9 yards.
So basically Fort Knox for your data.
Pretty much. And it's a stark contrast to consumer smartphones. They have security features, sure, but they're just not on the same level.
Okay, now imagine this. You're in a massive warehouse. Sunlight's pouring in from the skylights. Can you even see your smartphone screen in that kind of glare?
Barely. It's a recipe for eye strain and errors, and then try typing something on a touchscreen with gloves on. Forget about it.
It's a good point. I've definitely struggled with that, even just trying to use my phone on a sunny day.
Right. But purpose-built devices, they often have screens that are specially designed for visibility in all kinds of lighting conditions. Some even get brighter in sunlight. Can you believe that?
Wow, no way. That's wild.
And for input, some models have capacitive styluses, so you can tap and swipe on the touchscreen with perfect accuracy, even with gloves on.
It's like they thought of everything. Now, one more thing I've always wondered about. Those pistol grip style devices. Why are those so popular in warehouses?
That's all about ergonomics. They're designed to be comfortable to hold and use for hours on end. Those pistol grips, plus other ergonomic features, help to reduce strain and fatigue, which is super important when you're working long shifts.
It's something you'd never even think about with your smartphone. I mean, they're made for like scrolling through social media, not scanning packages all
Yeah.
day. So, to recap, we've talked about durability, longevity, battery life, scanning efficiency, security, screen visibility, and even ergonomics. All areas where these purpose-built devices just blow smartphones out of the water. What do you think is the most compelling reason for businesses to choose these over a smartphone?
While all of those things are important, for me it comes back to that scan engine technology. It highlights just how purpose-built these devices truly are. They're designed for a very specific environment, and they excel there. In a fast-paced world like a warehouse, where every second counts, that kind of speed and accuracy can make or break a business.
That's a great point. It's all about using the right tool for the job. And in this case, the right tool isn't the one we're most used to, but the one that's specifically designed to meet those unique demands.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, for anyone listening who's ever wondered why those rugged devices are so ubiquitous in warehouses, there you have it. They're not just some cool gadget. They're a crucial part of keeping those operations running smoothly. I guess you could say they're kind of unsung heroes of the supply chain.
I like that. The unsung heroes. Perfect way to put it.
So next time you're in a warehouse, take a moment to appreciate those rugged devices and all they do. And with that, we'll wrap up this deep dive.
Thanks for listening.